Hello everyone, I'm here to introduce my topic of discussion, which is enthusiasm. I'm going to be using this as a baseline for me to talk about my thoughts of enthusiasm and how it is a character trait that we like, or that I would like to see in a leader. As you'll see, I think enthusiasm brings these three things together: excitement, interest, and devotion. When you get all three of those, you get enthusiasm, which is exciting. And like Walter Chrysler said, the real secret of success is enthusiasm. Definition of enthusiasm, Cambridge Dictionary has it as a feeling of an energetic interest in a particular subject or activity and eagerness to be involved in it. I think that's a very, very good definition of what enthusiasm is. I personally like to use these three words: excitement, interest, devotion. When somebody's enthusiastic, they have all three of those. I'm going to use this film clip as an example. So if you don't know, this is the movie Braveheart. Mel Gibson plays William Wallace, who basically leads his troops into battle, and he uses enthusiasm to bring them into wanting to fight for the cause. Okay, so again, he has excitement, super excited. He has extreme interest because it's him and his family and everyone else's family on the line. And lastly, he has devotion. He's devoted to this. And he's telling him, I'm willing to die for all of us to be free. So it's a great way for you to have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm in coaching. I'm going to talk about two major things. Enthusiasm ignites greatness. Okay? I think that's very important. And the second thing is, enthusiasm is contagious. Okay? These two things I'm going to continue to talk about as we go on. Enthusiasm ignites greatness. I'm going to use John Wooden. If you've seen anything John Wooden has done, he has a pyramid of success, and he actually uses his enthusiasm as one of the cornerstones. As you can see here, here's his pyramid of success. He has poise, he has skill, he has team spirit, he has cooperation. All these types of things he says is what builds a great leader and builds success. And what does he have as a cornerstone? Enthusiasm. Okay, so without enthusiasm, all of these are very tough to reach. So he thinks that if you bring enthusiasm, if you love what you do and you devote what you do, you will become great. I use one of his quotes, okay? Leaders must always generate enthusiasm if they want to bring out the best in themselves and others. So the two main points here are themselves and others. So I think that if you're going to be enthusiastic and show greatness and love something for yourself, it will emulate and others will be ignited by that as well. I'm going to just throw this out here. Transformational leadership. That's what I believe you want to be a great leader. You're going to be transformational, which means I'm going to be enthusiastic because I love it, but then it's going to transform to others. This one. Okay, so another fine example of somebody who's very enthusiastic. If everybody knows who Jimmy V is, he has a foundation set for cancer and has done so much. Obviously, he's passed away now, but his quote was, "How do you get from where you are to where you want to be?" He said, "I think you have to have an enthusiasm for life. You have to have a dream, a goal, and you have to be willing to work for it." So there it is right there, right? A dream, he's excited, interest, a goal, and lastly, a willingness to work for it, a devotion. Enthusiasm is contagious. So this is the second part to it. It's enthusiasm is contagious. So how does that happen? Well, again, I'm going to use my good friend John, well, my good friend, not my good friend, but because of all the reading I do on him. I think of him as a friend. We're going to use enthusiasm brushes off on those with whom you come in contact with. John wouldn't believe that, and so do I. And again, there's that word again, transformational leadership. Okay? He doesn't say that I'm going to tell you what to do, and I'm going to be enthusiastic, and I'm going to tell you to be enthusiastic. He just says, no, you be enthusiastic, and then you will brush off on others, and they'll become enthusiastic about it. And it just has a great effect. You know, it just goes from one to the next to the next. Another part to enthusiasm is contagious. Jim Kenu, who was in our week 6 PowerPoint presentation, he said the average person influences about 10,000 other people in the course of their lifetime. So could you just imagine what that would be like if you were very enthusiastic and very good at getting people to be enthusiastic about your stuff? So here we go. I have your effect on others can be either positive and negative. So this is another part. You influence 10,000 people. You can also influence 10,000 people negatively. And my challenge to you guys is, how do you do it positively? Well, first thing to do is have enthusiasm. If you have enthusiasm for something, you will positively affect somebody that's going to last longer than just the moment. It's going to be everlasting. And how does that be? Well, I have here positively everlasting effect is a transform to your players by loving what you do and willing to work for something. Okay? It also has that great ability to just transpire to these young players or any players you come in contact with. You hand it down to them. What happens with them? They may go ahead and be leaders themselves. They may go ahead and influence some other people. So as you're influencing only 1, 2, 3, 4 people, they go and influence 1, 2, 3, 4 more people, and eventually you've influenced somewhere around 10,000 people in your life. And that's exciting. Now, I've talked about contagious, I've talked about igniting. Now the last part is, as a good leader, you get an opportunity to choose which athletes are going to be in your program or in your, I guess, sport or anything like that. I guess even in music, whatever you have a chance of choosing those athletes. And one of the things that Bruce Brown said in his book was that one of the number one coachable attributes when choosing an athlete is enthusiasm. So he believes that from the very base, if they are enthusiastic, which means they love the game, they're there every day, ready to go. Secondly, they share with their teammates. So not only are they excited, but they're excited, they get the other guys excited. So, you know, that just has a snowball effect. And then lastly, they bring it every day, which I love because that's exactly what a good, enthusiastic person does. They just, every day, they're excited, they got their teammates going, they're going, and they're just ready to go every day. I'm going to leave with a poem on enthusiasm. So I'll read it out to you. I really like this. I think it sums up exactly what I've been talking about. It says, a mix of anticipation and joy for what might be, an idea full of wonder that all the world should see. Reflected in your attitude and shown in all you do, the beliefs you carry with you of hopes that you hold true. It doesn't come from knowing, but it does come from trust, a growing well of energy that soon is bound to bust. Share your enthusiasm in everything you do. You'll find it is contagious, wonderful, and true. Anyways, this is a picture of me with my year 18 that I'm coaching this year, and it was never more evident than how excited these girls were about learning the game of volleyball, and I love seeing the enthusiasm shared by me. My Brown assistant coach did the same, and everybody around us. Lastly, I'll leave the conclusion. Okay, this is my closing thoughts. Enthusiasm is the catalyst from which a leader can use to teach, show, and instill every other quality of character to others. And they can do so in a way that furthermore they can continue to do it to others. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I look forward to doing more in this class. Thank you very much.